Brad, why don't you give us an update on fantasy?
I will do that. I will give a fantasy baseball update. So let's start with our matchup first, Brig. Brig and I went up against each other. I'm the Manitoba Man Clowns. Brig is Brigger Mortis. Brig won this one 401 to 377. I've had a couple of rough weeks. Part of it, though, is Julio Rodriguez was out for a little while.
Yeah.
And I kept him in my lineup because I always forget to update, but that's just how that goes. He's back. He played a couple games last week. I'm hoping that his contribution will be significant going forward. Briggs' high score, though, was Yuli Gurriel with 63 points, and then Jake Cronenworth with 50.
Yeah.
You kidding me right now? My high score is Matt Olson with 89.
Yeah.
And then I had Adley Rutschman with 57.
Breadth, bro.
So, yeah, like
I spread it out.
Yeah, you really did, because you had 49, 56. It was after our fourth player, your fourth player outscored mine, and it was significant. Ty France outscored Juan Soto, who had a rough first week as a San Diego Padre.
Yeah.
By the by.
Ty France is awesome.
He is awesome. I'm happy he's back from injury, too. Okay, Big League Chupacabra. That's Jewel over the Springfield Isotopes. That is Zip. Jewel won this one 357 to 244. Jewel's top scorer was CJ Crone with 67 points. Martin Maldonado gave Zip 45. He also had Josh Bell with 45. And then Jewel had Jared Walsh with 55 points. So Jewel pretty much dominated that matchup. Yeah. Jewel is first place in the league, 13-4. Zip is, in contrast, last place with at 3-14. Then we've got the Springfield Nuclear Power. That's Tori. He won this one 426 over Jason, who is not another fantasy team. He 426 to 342. Tori's top scorer was Paul Goldschmidt. Paul Goldschmidt having an outstanding year. Do not be surprised if he wins the MVP this year. He also had Nathaniel Lowe with 70 points. He had a great series against the Mariners, by the way. Just had a great series. And then Jason's top scorer is Ryan Mountcastle with 61 points, and then Pete Alonso with 57. So he's going to need to get more production out of Pete Alonso. Did you see the thing with Pete Alonso this weekend where it looked like he was handing the scratcher tickets to Buck Showalter during a mound visit?
No.
So I'm pretty sure they were probably like scouting reports, but they looked like scratcher tickets.
Like lotto scratch offs?
Lotto scratch off tickets. Yeah. That's what they looked like. I'm 90% sure they had to have been scouting reports of some variety, but he handed them to Buck Showalter. And he kind of gave him this look like, what's this for? So it's like maybe they were. I don't know.
That's really funny.
It's a funny video, though. And then our last one, we have Grace Under Fire. That's Denise. She beat John Harrisburg Charlie's. Denise won this one 441 to 394. Wilson Contreras, still a Cub, by the way.
Yeah.
Was her high score 66 points. Then she had Frederick Freeman with 51 points. John had Will Smith. He drafted him, calling him the best catcher in the game, by the way. Will Smith gave him 65 points, and Reese Hoskins had 56. I'm surprised he has a single Philly on his roster with the way he talks.
I am too.
Legitimately surprised he has a single Philly.
Sure.
So this is another one that's kind of crazy because John's top three scorers outscored Denise's top three. Their fourth player in line was tied. That was Seth Brown with the A's for Denise and Nolan Arenado with the Cardinals. For John, they both had 43 points. But then after that, John fell off a cliff and Denise stayed in the 40s and the high 30s.
Yeah.
So distribute your points. I think we say it every single week. Distribute your points. That is the key to success in fantasy baseball. Don't rely just on one player. If you're playing in like a salary cap league, a good idea is to like stay in that middle tier as much as possible. I think is the way to go with that.
Yeah. So I look for guys who play every day. That's one of my biggest things. If you play pretty much every day, you only get you get a day off here and there. Maybe there's a lefty on the mound and they don't want you to hit against the lefty or whatever. That's it though. Otherwise you're indispensable. Those are the guys I like to put on my team.